All right, man. You want to get into this? It's been 40 minutes. All right. Okay.
All right, Mikey. Say it with me.
Chimps.
I said pink.
I said chimps. Like the monkey.
I said pink like the color.
Pink chimps.
First thing that comes in your mind for that.
I just see a tie-dyed, hair washed out into pink chimpanzee.
Oh, so like it's like a faded color, like when you dye your hair and then it's like 2 months later after you.
No. Like he did dye it on purpose to like a hot pink.
Oh, like a hot pink
Chimpanzee.
Oh,
That's a vibe. That's a statement.
that feels like a cartoon character, like pink
The
chimpanzee.
pink chimpanzee.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, like Magilla Gorilla. Yeah. Okay. You know
from
Magilla.
Gilligan's Island.
No,
What's Magilla-
no, God, no.
What is Magilla Gorilla?
Gilligan's Island.
You said Magilla. That's the first thing that came to mind. What do I know? I don't know.
Gilligan's Island is a sitcom in the 1960s where a group of people went on to like a tour boat and they got lost in the sea and they landed on the island. Gilligan is the first mate to the skipper.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a real people, real actors. Magilla Gorilla is a cartoon from about the same time period, like those 60s, 70s. And he's a talking gorilla.
Okay.
And he sits in a store window and he's for sale, but he's always getting into trouble. And the store owner's always trying to get rid of him, but he can't get rid of him.
Yeah, because who wants to buy a gorilla,
gorilla.
that causes trouble?
Yeah, not only just a gorilla, but like a talking gorilla who's just always causing problems. Like,
Is he like a toy that talks?
No. He's a
Actual-
gorilla.
Oh, okay.
Magilla Gorilla.
Oh my gosh. He's like
Yeah.
an actual gorilla?
He's a mischievous gorilla.
Who the heck would
And he
buy
wears
that?
like a suit. He wears like a top hat and like a vest. Yeah, he's
Magilla Gorilla. How do you know about Magilla Gorilla?
because that's what I watched when I was a kid because I didn't have cable.
Oh, yeah, you watched all that old stuff. The
Yeah.
Magilla Gorilla show. Oh, okay. It's a cartoon. That's right.
Can I see what he wears? Was I right?
He wears suspenders and a bow tie and a hat.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Magilla Gorilla.
And a bowler hat.
What year was it?
Magilla
67?
Gorilla 64.
Okay, I was close. I knew it was the 60s.
Yeah, nice. Anybody you or anybody listening wants to watch Magilla Gorilla, it's on Amazon Prime.
There we go.
So you can watch it all.
Magilla Gorilla,
You
dude.
don't
All
have to have a VHS tape.
right, man. What do you say we get into the first segment?
You ready?
Let's do it.
Ready to rock and roll with it?
All right, what are we doing first?
Chunk number one.
Chunk
today.
1.
Down the Rabbit Hole. Down the Rabbit Hole is a segment where we look up crazy facts on the internet and go down the rabbit hole. Caution, prepare for tangents. But we will always pick up the main thread. We always will.
We always come back to it.
I
We always
promise.
circle back.
I promise. I promise.
Like Top Gun, dude.
Yeah, we circle back.
We always circle back, dude.
Okay, here we go.
What do you got for me, JMO?
Fact number 1. Pine trees can tell if it's about to rain.
Okay. I believe that. How do they relay the message, though?
Yeah. Next time you see a pine cone, take a close look. If it's closed, that's because the air is humid, which can indicate rain is on its way.
That had to be how the OG meteorologists figured it out.
If it was closed,
Is that like what the first meteorologists started studying was pine trees? Was like the study of like nature, like, like
the
in the
history,
1800s,
the history of meteorology.
Yeah, like, like they had to just look at things happening around them.
Oh, of course, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. The earliest information about meteorology dates back to 340 BC when Aristotle, the famous Greek scientist, wrote Meteorologica, a book that gave a summary of meteorology. The scientists who followed didn't do much on the study until about the 17th to 18th century when the thermometer and the barometer were invented.
Mm.
Dang, man. Socrates, Aristotle, those guys, the Greeks, they were so far ahead of like this dude was doing it in 340 BC and people didn't pick it up until the 17th century. That's like the 1600s.
Yeah, that's many moons later.
That's like 1300 years. But that's what I'm saying. Like Plato and Aristotle and Socrates, like all of those guys.
Because that's BC means before Christ, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like before Jesus was walking the earth, they're just like, see these stars? Means rain's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They wrote so much. Like they are credited for so much. Like it's like people only picked like certain things, but dude, they wrote about like everything that's in like modern society. Those guys like pretty much wrote about at one point. Like they were just thinkers, dude. They just
that's like that's like your full-time job, right? You're just just ponder.
Yeah,
like,
they did get paid to speak. Like they would teach people stuff.
okay, so they were like teachers. Okay. Like
Yeah.
professor. Okay, so like modern
Yeah,
day.
but like less of like, I mean, they would study scripts and stuff, but I think it was more like they would just come up with stuff and then like do some research. That was like the early science, but it wasn't as backed by like data. It was more like logic of like what makes sense and like observations they made about the world around them. But yeah, they would like be in
Gonna get paid to ponder.
Yeah. And then they would like give speeches and teach people stuff and be
okay.
like, yeah, like think about it like this or think about it like this or
Yeah.
this is, and people are just like, what? Like, that's so crazy.
Like before Christ was walking the earth, dude. Just think about how like 230 years before that.
340.
Or 340 years before that, dude.
Yeah.
That's so long ago.
That's a long time that just humans, same as you and me, same biological makeup, totally different environment. It's amazing.
Weather had to be nice, dude. The waters had to be clear. Being in Greece.
At that time?
In ancient Greece.
Yeah, and then there's all the murder and stuff.
Yeah, it's not great. Yin and yang, right? You win some, you lose some. Everything in balance.
Yeah, that's crazy. So the old saying, back to the pine trees telling the weather. Okay. So the old saying is, oak before ash will only have a splash. Ash before oak, we're in for a soak. It claims that if oak trees come into leaf in spring before ash trees, then there will be less rain in the summer.
Yeah, so those dudes had to be like meteorologists like of that time who were like looking at that.
Figuring that out,
dude. Because like, also, what is the whole saying where it's like meteorology is the only job where you can be wrong 70% of the time and keep your job?
Yeah,
or whatever
like that.
But like, I feel like people back then would have been pissed.
What do you
you're
mean?
getting it wrong? Like Bill's getting it wrong 70% of the time. Like, all right, we're gonna have rain. Like, just dry as ever. Bill,
yeah,
again.
Like
we set our crops. Like he's just like, I don't know, guys. Like, yeah, sorry,
guys.
Yeah, but there it's like life or death. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Today it's like a little inconvenience. It's like, oh man, he said it was gonna rain. It was a little bit of snow or like whatever.
And just imagine he's like the first guy starting. He's like, guys, I know. Look at this pine cone.
Yeah, it's closed. They're like, Bill, you are crazy, dude. What are you talking about?
All right, Bill.
Yeah.
You've been wrong the last 7 times.
Yeah.
You said this about the pine cone. And then, like, they don't prepare their crops. It's a downpour. Like, Bill's just like,
sorry, guys. Sorry. I thought I figured it out. But then think about the times when he started getting it right. Because that is true.
That 30%, dude. He's like being raised up on the chair.
Oh,
like
got all the crops.
Yeah.
Like, Bill. It's like, I told you guys. I knew this moment would come.
Pine cone.
Yeah, pine cone. Yeah. So apparently, but that, I mean, it makes total science sense. Like, that one's not as like mind blowing to me because it's like, oh yeah, like trees react differently to different types of weather.
Yeah, that
and they're like don't bloom at certain times.
Of course.
So that makes sense. Okay. All right. Next fact.
Fact 2.
Fact number 2.
Numero dos, dude.
The moon is shrinking.
Why?
Let's find out.
Isn't a big rock?
Okay. So the moon is shrinking, but only very slightly by about 50 meters, which is 164 feet in radius over the last several 100 million years. Oh, dang. It's only shrank 50 meters in the last 100 million years. That is so slow. Mysterious seismic activity known as moonquakes.
How do they know that? How do they know that? It was 100 million years ago. There's no way you know what was happening 100 million years ago. I'm sorry. Like, there's got to be a limit. All right, 100,000 years. All right, that's where as far as we can go back with fact.
All right, here's NASA, dude.
Millions of years? Get out of here. You know what was... It shrank 2 meters this year, and then a meter over the next 10 million years, and then another meter over the next 10 million.
What do you mean? They can definitely calculate that. Think about when they look at canyons, and they can look at like the layers of rock.
Okay.
They can have data that can tell them how old that is.
Yeah, I guess so. I know nothing about science.
But it is crazy to think, like, you guys know what was happening hundreds of millions of years ago. Like, we don't know exactly, but like, there's certain data that can
There's guesstimates. I'll give them that. We'll hit a round number.
Yeah. Okay, so Okay, the moon is shrinking as its interior cools, getting more than about 50 meters skinnier over the last several hundred million years, 150 feet. Just as a grape wrinkles as it shrinks down to a raisin, the moon gets wrinkles as it shrinks. Unlike the flexible skin on a grape, the moon's surface crust is brittle, so it breaks as the moon shrinks, forming thrust faults where one section of crust is pushed up over a neighboring part. So then it produces moonquakes. Why is it shrinking, though?
But also, by that logic, isn't every rock in the world shrinking? Even if it is at a tremendously slow rate? What do you mean is it shrinking? Are things breaking off? Or is it literally like getting physically... like, where is it going? Is it just disappearing? Like, it's like it's just vanishing like around it? Like... Is it just vanishing?
I don't know. I don't know.
And especially like if it's only shrinking 1/4 of an inch every 10 years, can you even...
The moon was formed from a great collision between early Earth and another protoplanet about 4.5 billion years ago. What the frick is a protoplanet?
See, that stuff, like...
What, you're not interested in that? You don't care about that?
No, I just like... How do you know? Like, a planet crashed into our planet. We have evidence.
A large body of matter in orbit around the sun or a star. Yeah.
Maybe. What do I know?
I think they know more than you. I'm just gonna
about
be
that
honest.
Subject. I'll give it to them.
I think NASA scientists know a little bit more than you about space.
About that, I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
But hey, critical thinking's important. You shouldn't just be like, I'm a NASA scientist, believe everything I say. And we're like, okay, the moon is shaking. Okay. Like, you know, you got to think for yourself, right? But
I just hear these things where it's like 4.5 billion years ago, a planet smashed into our planet and it created a tiny little ball that flies around the Earth at 100 million miles an hour, and we shot a rocket out there and put guys on it. Like, and it's like, okay, wow, that's crazy, because it's like, you know, we put guys on the moon. Like, that part fascinates me. I believe that. That makes sense. But just like the 4.5 billion years ago.
Right. Well,
a prototype planet smashed into ours.
Oh, it says it right here.
What a prototype planet is?
No, it's not a prototype planet. It's a protoplanet.
Hey, you don't know, dude. God, like, this is just a prototype.
Yeah. We're just testing this out. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Just going to see it. And then he's like, it crashed into the Earth. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, scrap that one. Let's try it again.
Yeah, a little chunk of it was left over. We're going to call you the moon.
Yeah.
And we're just going to scrap the rest of this. Yeah,
going to leave that over there. Like, guy was on the Bob Ross vibe. Like, dude, happy accident. Like,
yeah.
Oh, look at that. Wow, it's stuck there. And now it controls the tides.
Yeah. And like, and life exists perfectly on this now. Like, by chance, you know?
All by chance, yeah.
No, it was on purpose.
No, just like the funny thing, like when people are like, yeah, let's have him just like randomly.
Oh, yeah.
I just like, for me, I'm like, I don't see it, but I respect your opinion.
Like, literally, you go all the way down to like the microscopic things that make up each individual plant and animal and everything, and then all the way out to big like things where then we've built cities and all that around, and then you zoom out even more, and it's like the sun is rotating on the. It just happened, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, again, respect to everyone. God bless you. I just respectfully disagree. I can't logically come to the conclusion that it just happened.
Well, there is like an order to it. Like in
there
is like a logical way that it all kind of happened and like developed, you know? That definitely is a thing. My opinion is that there's too much consistency and too much crossover in all these different things that we're finding for it to not have like a divine intelligence. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Okay. So the collision that happened between the prototype planet and the Earth,
the test run
planet, it created an enormous amount of heat. Okay. So because of that heat, the moon has been cooling off ever since.
Okay.
Which is crazy to think about, because think about how much heat for it to be cooling off for 4.5 billion years and not be cold yet.
Yeah, it's like it's still cooling off.
That's what I'm saying. We talked about space and how cold space is on our last session number 1. Check that out if you want to know how cold space is. Well, actually, I'll just tell you right here. But it was minus 453 degrees Fahrenheit. At that temperature, the moon's been cooling off for 4.5 billion years. How much heat?
It's not a block of ice yet. I mean? Yeah.
How much heat was produced in that collision? That's an insane amount of heat. That's all I'm saying. That's so nuts. Okay. Okay. Although its exterior today is cold and solid, the moon's interior is still cooling down, which is causing it to contract, which makes total sense.
Yeah, with the hot and cold.
Right. Because it's like the idea that, you know, if you like your pores on your body.
Yeah.
If you get in a hot shower, it opens up all your pores. You get cold, it closes all your pores, right? So like things contract when they're cold and they expand when they're hot.
Okay, I get that.
So it's cooling down. But your question of like, how is it getting smaller? Is it just vanishing? What's happening? Okay. Right? So when it's contracting because it's cooling off the center of it, right? That affects the entire moon, which causes its surface area to decrease and its solid crust to wrinkle. So I'm assuming that like when it's wrinkling, that the bits of like the moon are just like kind of slowly falling off into space.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like
See, that would make more
floating away a little bit, like as dust. But again, it's only 154 feet in 4.5 billion years, so it's like almost unnoticeable.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's like what, a quarter of an inch every year. No.
Did you just say a quarter of an inch every year?
No, I was exaggerating, or under exaggerating, I should say. I was just being like, it's so unnoticeable. Like, how could you even?
It's infinitesimally small. It's so small.
Yeah,
like 4.5 billion years divided by 150 feet. Like you.
Yeah, what is that?
That
like,
decimal you can't even point
like,
0.000000000.
What is that, like 150 times 10 to the whatever it is?
It's not 10. It's 150 divided by.
Or divided by like
to the
whatever power.
9th. Divided by 4.5 times 10 to the 9th.
Let's put it in.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Let's see if Apple knows the answer.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh frick! I gotta turn the phone.
You gotta turn it. This number's so big we can't handle it.
Divided by 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 45 billion. Okay, there we go.
All right. I retract my statements, Mr. Scientist. You guys kind of know what you're talking about more than me if you're doing this kind of math. Godspeed. I haven't even touched the subject. So what do I know? Right? What do I know?
All right, here it is.
All right, hit me.
It's shrinking by 0.00000003 infinite feet per year.
Infinite. That's just like a symbol for like infinity.
Yep.
Unlimited.
So then if you divide a feet by 12 inches,
right?
right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, no. Then you'd be fine. Then it'd be times 12. Okay, so it's shrinking by 0.000004 inches per year.
Oh, I said quarter of an inch. 0.0000.
Yeah, you're so much smaller than a quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
Like, you're like 600,000 times smaller than a quarter of an inch.
What even is that?
Or no, like a million times smaller.
What is that? Am I like going into the quantum realm, like with Ant-Man now at this point, like just getting so shifting like that? Like you can't even see it. Like that's how much it's like getting smaller.
Yeah.
What rate it is for a year?
Pretty much.
Like, yeah, dude, you're straight up going quantum mania.
You really are at that point. It's so small, but it's happening. Okay, now to sum this up, we got to figure out how they figured this out. Imagery and data from spacecrafts like NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. It's been orbiting the moon since 2009. So they calculate, okay, how much smaller is it getting? And then they figured out that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Super, super sciencey stuff, you know. But yeah, that's insane. Okay, last part of this. Does the moon shrinkage affect Earth? What do you think, Mike?
I'm going to say yes.
No.
Really?
I mean, if it's that
the thing
small,
that's orbiting, like, but would it affect it at that level? Like that 100 million billion little tiny quantum realm level? I feel like in Ant-Man and the Quantum Mania, like, but like down there, whoa, things flying all over the place. Like,
up here, nothing's happening.
Yeah, down there,
life as usual, business as usual. Yeah,
tornado, hurricanes, and volcanoes crashing in on top of each other. Like, it's because the moon is shrinking at a rate we cannot contain.
Up here, it's just like switches to us, like camera angle, just like eating cereal.
Yeah. I feel really calm today.
Yeah, it's really nice. Nice outside. You know, like,
yeah.
Well, you know, wind's picking, wind's nice, breezy.
Like, get the children! Save the children first! Like,
our house just got blown into oblivion!
Things are just getting like eviscerated.
Cut to us. We're just like, I think I might go for a walk today.
Yeah.
I think I might, just like stretch my legs a little bit.
Yeah, just like tornado hitting like a hurricane. Like, oh.
It's like this massive explosion. Just because the moon's getting small.
Things are just like imploding like out of thin air. We can't contain it.
Why are the humans not doing anything about this? Do they even care?
That's Ant-Man's next movie, dude.
All these quantum beings.
Oh, Paul Rudd, if you hear us, that's your next movie idea.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Kevin Feige. There you go. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We'll take a royalty on
First
that.
session, we figured out the new Transformers movie.
Yeah,
this one, figure out the new Ant-Man movie. Yeah. We're just rolling.
Yeah.
Just rolling, dude.
Because the moon is shrinking at 0.004 times infinity. Times a number that's like beyond comprehension.
Oh my gosh. That's good.
Okay, that was good.
Poor quantum beings.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on to our next chunk.
Let's do it, dude.
Oh my gosh. All right, this chunk is called Icebreakers. And this is a question. This is a chunk where we answer the questions that nobody asks. So we ask these ridiculous hypothetical questions. Pretty much how it works is I ask Mike these hypothetical questions, he answers it, and we talk about it.
Here we go.
That's pretty much it. All right, Mikey. You're going to search for Bigfoot. What's your first move?
Going to Home Depot.
Okay.
Or not Home Depot. I'm sorry, Ace Hardware.
Why was there a change there?
I'm sorry. I meant to say Ace Hardware, Home Depot. When I was thinking Ace Hardware the whole time. I did not mean to say Home Depot.
That's fine. Why does it matter?
Because Ace Hardware's got everything you need to hunt Bigfoot.
And Home Depot doesn't?
No, Home Depot's like home decor.
What? Home Depot has everything Ace Hardware has and more.
Oh, really? Oh, you know what, dude? I'm going to. I think what I initially meant to say was Bass Pro Shops.
Wow, we
Yeah.
are all over it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Okay, so Ace Hardware doesn't have everything you need to hunt Bigfoot?
It has some things in there that you could use. You know, it's got a machete and all that. But like, I think
I
that
don't think Ace Hardware sells machetes.
machetes, dude, do they?
I don't think there's any way that Ace Hardware sells machetes.
When you say hunt Bigfoot, am I trying to kill him? Is he causing
said
problems,
you're
or am I just trying to capture him for like a museum?
Just looking for him. What's up
You
with
said
the
the hunt.
violence? No, I said you're going to search for Bigfoot.
That was the question?
I said you're going to search for Bigfoot. What's
You
your first
promised me
move?
that was the question.
Yes.
I thought you said the hunt.
We can look it back on the recording, but I pretty much guarantee you I said you're
What
going
did it say on there?
It says search.
Let me see.
It says it right there. So take the violence out of it.
I thought you said hunt.
Why do we need to kill him? There's no reason. He's just out here living his life. You're just searching. You're just trying to find it. You're like, I want to prove that Bigfoot's real.
I don't have to have any weapons.
Well,
I'm just searching for him.
I mean, unless you come across Bigfoot and you potentially need to defend yourself.
Tranquilizer.
Okay, there you go.
See, I feel like it's more humane.
Right. So we're not going to find that at Ace Hardware.
No.
Hold on.
I got to go to Bass.
Okay, so Bass is what you were originally thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Do they?
Now that I don't need a machete, why would I go to Ace?
Do they sell machetes at Ace Hardware?
Or like I don't have to have like a
axes,
padlock.
hatchets, and machetes. I am wrong.
Okay, so
You could get one tomorrow.
yeah, and like also like you don't need to go to Ace because like I don't have to have a padlock or anything.
That's
I
a
feel like
legitimate machete. That's crazy.
yeah, you don't need a license or anything.
Yeah, that's like a legit machete.
That's a deadly weapon.
What?
Yeah.
Just at Ace Hardware, $24.99. Okay.
Not even that expensive.
No, not bad at all.
Well, like yeah,
I bought a
'cause-
bag of granola for half that today.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow, crazy.
Groceries. Okay.
Different conversation.
Anyway, so
Maybe I would go to the grocery store. You're going to want to attract them.
let's stick with Bass for right now.
Okay.
Unless you want to go to the grocery store. You
Yeah,
you
I
got
wanna
to pick
start-
it's your first move.
It's
What's your first move?
It's your first move. I'm going to go to the grocery store. And I'm going to get what would a Bigfoot like? I'm going to get some salmon.
Okay.
Right? Cuz similar to the bear vibe, I feel like fish.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm just going to stockpile salmon.
Okay.
And then after that, then I'm going to Bass. Because then I think you're just generally going to have like flashlights, tents, camping stuff, like just all that because you're going to be in the woods a lot. Right. So you're going to have all that survival gear.
Okay.
And then I don't have to go to Ace because I don't have to have like a padlock or anything like that. I feel like you don't.
Probably not.
No. So, but where can I get a bear trap? Can you get that at Bass?
You got to be able to get if there's anywhere you can get a bear trap.
Because you want him to step in it, right? Bear trap and tranquilizer. But where can you get a tranquilizer?
Still not trying to catch him. You're just trying to find him and have proof that there's Bigfoot.
I feel like the best proof there is having him.
I guess that's true because nobody's going to believe it.
They have pictures,
footage.
dude.
Yeah,
They have a whole show dedicated to it.
that's true. Okay, so you got to bring him in safely and humanely, of course.
Exactly. I don't want to hurt him.
I mean, bear trap's going to hurt, but
Yeah, maybe not the bear trap. Tranquilizer, I think, is just the most humane way, right? It knocks him out, and then you bring him in.
yeah,
Right.
you could also do
Humanely.
the old dig a hole, cover it with some leaves trick.
I could. But I feel like how tall is the Yeti, right? Like, does he have superhuman jumping ability? Like,
It's all unknown.
dude, we don't know. Dude. Is he just like a Wookiee, right? Can he?
That would be crazy. You find Bigfoot, you trap him in a hole with one of those old, you lay a blanket over a hole and you cover it with leaves. He steps in and he just jumps out.
Dude, like a Jedi. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
You're
dude,
like-
just force jumps out, like,
Yeah.
and you're just right. And essentially, like, I'd have to think for some reason I'm just picturing like a Wookiee in my head, like a
Yeah.
Jedi Wookiee, like
I don't know about Jedi. I mean, I would say that he's like a super strong humanoid figure.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think he has like superhuman abilities, but I think like he's definitely stronger than the average dude.
It's just like, oh.
Yeah, like I don't think that's Bigfoot. I
Yeah.
think it's more like a Wookiee, where like Chewie's super strong, right? So I think he's like probably super strong humanoid. He's let's say he's like 7 feet tall,
Mhm.
right?
How tall? I think he's probably about 9 or 10 feet tall. To be honest, like they're massive.
What do we know about Bigfoot?
How tall is Bigfoot?
No, I want to see what we know.
Well, don't they believe he's just like a creature from like prehistoric times, like a prehistoric ape, essentially that just didn't unevolve or
didn't evolve,
didn't evolve? I should say not unevolved, didn't evolve.
There's a whole book about it.
Of what he is, what like is. Remember we talked about this with the Loch Ness monster, how it's a Plesiosaurus or whatever, right? But what would he be in the ape kingdom from ancient like prehistoric ape?
Yeah,
what's his? See. What do they believe him to be?
Let's just look up Bigfoot on Wikipedia.
Here's what he is.
What is he?
A gigantopithecus.
Ooh,
okay,
what is that?
And it is essentially a descendant of the extinct ape species Gigantopithecus blackie, which lived in southern China during the Pleistocene epoch, like 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. That is a huge range. But
wait, what was the range?
2.6 million to 11,700.
Oh, yeah,
that is a massive range. Years ago, it has become popular theory in cryptozoology circles as the identity of Bigfoot and the Tibetan Yeti. So it's
okay. So how tall is Bigfoot? Dude, 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah, like huge. That's 15 feet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, you'd have to dig that hole 20 feet deep at least.
And we don't even know.
Probably more than that. Probably
right? 25. But he's also like an ape, dude. Like, can climb. Like, I don't know, right?
He's probably got pretty good agility.
How many tranquilizers do you have to have?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so is it better to like get a crystal clear 4K video camera footage of it?
I just don't think it'll do it. I gotta bring him in.
I don't think people are gonna
humanely.
Yeah,
but you gotta bring him in.
You need a team. You need a team. You can't do this on your own.
Yeah, I'm calling Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth.
The Avengers will go capture Bigfoot. I was so curious to see where you went with Robert Downey Jr. I was like, and his skill set would apply how?
He's going to pretend to be.
I thought you were going to say Nolan, our hunting friend.
Yeah.
No, but like Nolan, but then like, dude, you need like an expert on Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody who's read every book.
Yeah.
Like, knows everything there is to know about Bigfoot.
Yeah, I'd have to have like a tracker, like an outdoor tracker.
Yep.
And then you got to have like someone who is just proficient in like hunting, but just like with tranquilizers. So like, yeah, I need a tracker, a expert, and a hunter, and me
and you, because you're leading this expedition.
The Bigfoot Avengers,
yeah,
dude, like.
The Bigfoot Avengers. Kevin Feige, we have given you 2 incredible movies already on this podcast, dude. You're welcome. Ant-Man, the Moon is Shrinking, and the Bigfoot Avengers.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anybody like who's like an expert. Like, yeah, you have like Natalie Portman's character, who's an expert researcher. Then you have
Thor in what?
In Thor.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Jane Foster.
I was like, she's played a lot of roles.
Natalie Portman. So Jane Foster would be my researcher. If I'm picking people from the MCU universe, Kraven the Hunter, right there. There you go. And then what was my last one? A tracker.
Who's Kraven?
Kraven the Hunter. He's a villain of Spider-Man.
So Jane Foster,
Kraven the Hunter.
But she's like a space expert.
I know, but she reads. Right?
She can figure it out.
Yeah, she'd figure it out. If I was like, hey, look, your new mission's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Give me everything you know on Bigfoot.
It's got to be Hawkeye. You got to have Hawkeye.
My tracker.
No, you're shot. It's your tranquilizer arrow right there.
Yeah,
dude.
you're right, dude.
Dude,
It's
that
gotta
guy-
be Hawkeye.
That guy
dude.
doesn't miss.
You don't miss.
Yeah, like what do
Yeah.
you mean?
Ace.
Okay, so that's your tracker. Jane Foster's a researcher, and Craven's your. Well, you said
I guess
Craven's-
Craven would be my tracker. And then, yeah, Craven the hunter would be my tracker. Jane Foster would be my researcher. And then Hawkeye's got to be the guy who takes a shot.
Yeah.
I don't miss.
Right there.
He doesn't miss, dude.
Yeah. So the plan looks like this. First, you're going to the grocery store. Get some salmon.
Yeah, 10 pounds of salmon.
10 pounds of salmon. Easy. Wild caught, of course.
Yes.
Then you should probably get a cooler and ice. You know.
You can get that at the grocery store.
Yeah, nobody wants any rotten salmon.
No.
Fish. No Bigfoot's going to want that.
No.
Okay.
We'll get a portable
Okay.
freezer.
All right.
Yeah.
Bass Pro Shop.
All your survival, hunting,
Yeah. Tents,
tents,
flashlight,
exactly,
night
all that.
vision goggles.
Exactly, dude.
All that. Maybe need to stop by Best Buy, get some camera equipment just as a backup. GoPro.
Yeah,
GoPro.
GoPros,
Okay, GoPro.
indestructible ones.
Chest strap GoPros. Okay. All right, so that if you
Yeah.
do get some crazy moment, you can capture it on camera. Recruit your team. Sell the idea of the Bigfoot Avengers. That'll be the easiest part. And then find him. Head out to Oregon.
The Pacific Northwest.
Problem solved.
We're bringing them in
We're bringing him home.
humanely.
Humanely. Tranquilizers.
Like right when
Yeah.
they got a picture of just Hawkeye. We're doing this humanely.
Yeah. This is tranquilizer.
Tranquilizer arrow.
Yeah. This shoots like 4.
Yeah, so that's how I do it. It's
Okay.
got to be 4, right? I mean,
At least
it's
4
huge,
tranquilizers.
dude. Like
10 to
big as-
15 feet.
bigger than a gorilla, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
oh yeah.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's how we do it.
Okay. But first move is a grocery store.
Yeah, 100%. Sam.
I just think it was funny that you said Ace Hardware has more than Home Depot. Have you been in a Home Depot?
Yeah, of course, hundreds of times.
They're so big.
Yeah,
But I see what you mean. There are a lot of like home decor landscaping stuff, but like I'm pretty sure you can get a machete at Home Depot.
yeah, I'm sure you could. I was just thinking Ace Hardware's just got everything just simplified.
Machete's near me. Okay.
Near me.
Yeah, you can get a machete at Home Depot for cheaper than
Yeah.
Ace Hardware.
I'm gonna
Same
read-
machete, $5 cheaper. So I think we wrapped that one up pretty good.
All right, buddy.
I think it's a solid plan. I think what you could also do from a business perspective, make sure we have those GoPro. Oh, dude, you need one more person. You need a cinematographer to capture the entire
Yeah.
experience, sell the documentary,
Mhm.
and then make it into a movie.
Okay, so
Yep.
who's my MCU character for that?
For your cinematographer.
Who's the big camera guy? Let it out. Bless you.
Whew.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
Who's the
Ah,
big camera guy in the
Dude,
MCU?
you know better than me. I know. Camera guy. I mean, can you just...
Oh, that annoying kid in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Flash.
Oh, Flash for sure.
Because he's always
Yep.
vlogging everything.
Live streaming
it's
it.
crazy. This guy flying over
Yep.
here. Yeah. That's
Yep.
what I'm doing.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. So you, Jane Foster, Flash, Craven, Hawkeye.
The Bigfoot Avengers.
There it is. Love it.
Mhm.
Be ready for a documentary coming out sometime in August.
We figured that's the best time to release because of all the major holidays.
Yeah. In
August.
All right. Next question.
All right.
Which of these gross food combinations would you pick to eat if your life depended on it?
Ugh. All right, let's do it.
There's 3 options.
Okay.
Salmon cheesecake,
Oh, that's bad.
a bacon grease sandwich,
Bacon grease sandwich
just bacon grease.
in a sandwich?
Yeah.
Like between 2 pieces of bread?
Yeah, but like it's like a thick layer of like bacon grease fat.
Oh, like the sludge of it, not the liquid.
Not
I was
the-
like, oh, cooking 2 pieces of
Oh.
bread and bacon grease. That's
no.
not the worst thing. That actually sounds kind of
No,
good, like
it's
a
like
toasted.
the sludge that you're not supposed to eat. or a mustard and marshmallow pretzel?
Pretzel. Like the soft pretzel?
Yeah. Your life depends on it.
Number one is not, that's out.
Salmon cheesecake's out?
Out.
Oh, dang.
No. Like fish and
Fish and cheesecake. That'd be so bad. That'd be so bad.
The bacon grease one's not great, but I think between two pieces of like toasted bread, I could stomach it. But the marshmallow mustard pretzel, like a soft pretzel, I don't understand what that is.
It's like marshmallows baked into a soft pretzel, and you have to top it with mustard.
Oh.
And wait. And Hershey's chocolate.
That makes it harder.
Yeah. It's
but
like
it's like marshmallow baked into a soft pretzel. And then my dipping sauces is...
Nope, it's covered in mustard and Hershey's chocolate sauce.
I'd go with that one.
You'd go with that one?
The mustard's tough, but I don't like hate the flavor of mustard. So like it would taste like weird, but because I could deal with like, you could dip mustard in the pretzel, like that piece at least would work for me.
Uh-huh.
The chocolate and the marshmallow works with the pretzel. It's literally just the combination of the mustard with the chocolate.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest part. It's
right.
like, oh. Yeah, that's sweet and like, I don't know what bitter. Like it's like mustard's kind of bitter.
Oh, that would be so bad, dude.
Yeah, but like, dude, I could stomach that.
You could get through that more.
The bacon grease is just so much like of like that like pig fat that like I feel like you can't do it. Because I thought you were saying like just two pieces of bread sauteed in the bacon grease. I was like, oh, that actually sounds kind of, that doesn't sound bad at all.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah, see, no. I can't stomach that much fat. That thing would just make me, oh, dude, I'd puke up a brick. That thing would just come up so bad. Yeah, so I'm going with the soft pretzel.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. Because like, obviously it's not good, but I would be able to stomach that flavor because at least I know like the pretzel and the mustard works and the chocolate and the mustard works. It's just that
chocolate
funky...
and the marshmallow. Not chocolate and the mustard. Chocolate and the mustard does not.
Oh, I'm sorry. The pretzel and the mustard and then the pretzel and the chocolate work.
Yeah.
But it's just the topping where it's like, dude, that would taste funky, but like at least you'd get some okayness in there with like the pretzel being in the middle.
Right.
So I'm going pretzel. Final answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy part about this, these are actual food combinations that people eat.
What?
This is not
salmon cheesecake?
This is not made up.
Where?
This is not made up.
Is it like a different country?
No.
Salmon cheesecake. The other ones, it's like, okay, not great.
I'll read you some of these other ones. Okay. 32 of the worst food combinations that people actually eat.
Like enjoy?
We asked our readers to tell us about the worst food combinations they've ever seen someone eat. This is on a blog called It's a Southern Thing. So thank you for that. We got more than 4,000 replies, and all of them can be summed up in a single word. Yuck. Okay. All right, ready? Here they are. Hot dog Creole. So it's hot dogs, rice, bell peppers, onions, pineapple chunks, and ketchup.
Pineapple and ketchup.
Yikes, dude.
Oh, man.
Cheese waffles. So it's Eggo waffles with a slice of Kraft Singles cheese and a little syrup.
That's not great, but for some reason it doesn't like give me the gag reflex.
But why cheese?
I don't know, man. I feel like you could use a different cheese.
Like I used to have cheese bagels. Those were good.
Yeah, see, like that works. Like it's
but cheese waffles with syrup? Like, dude, just put like
there's chicken and waffles though.
Yeah.
But
I just think there's so many other different things other than cheese.
Yeah.
Collard and onion sandwich with mayo.
Ooh.
Barbecue ice cream. That's not barbecue ice cream. It's just ice cream with barbecue sauce on it.
Why ruin such a good thing?
Dude, that's wild.
I don't know. Oh, man.
Peanut butter, cheese, and lettuce sandwich.
With Kraft Singles cheese like that?
No, just like any kind of cheese. Like but just peanut butter.
With cheese.
And lettuce.
Lettuce.
Why the lettuce? Like, at least like PB and cheese, like, okay, you can maybe get away, but like the lettuce just throws that whole thing out the window, dude.
It's like a BLT with like bananas on it. It's just,
yeah. Like, just doesn't go.
Why? Yeah.
Just doesn't go. Salmon lasagna.
No, just my Sicilian heritage is
It's bad.
saying no.
Oh. Chicken livers dipped in a peanut butter milkshake. The lady that submitted this said he couldn't help it. He was from the north. That doesn't
What
constitute...
north of what?
Yeah, North America?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
He couldn't help it. He's from the north. I kind of respect the vagueness.
Italian dressing topped on grits. No way.
I haven't had grits in so long.
Dude, no.
Is it no?
No.
I don't know. 'Cause
I've had
like,
grits.
Grits is like couscous almost, right?
It's
like
a grain, but it's
Okay.
supposed to be like buttery and like
Creamy,
Like,
yeah.
dude, Italian dressing? I mean, I guess you can't knock it till you try it, but jeez.
I feel like Thousand Island wouldn't be that bad on it, but like Italian, yeah, I don't know.
It's just like the consistency.
I don't know. I don't have enough experience with the two foods.
Yeah. Tomatoes, cottage cheese, and Miracle Whip.
Oh no,
Tomatoes and cottage
honey.
cheese. Even just that one. Even just tomatoes and cottage cheese.
Tomatoes does not go in like any other fruit. So many fruits go with cottage cheese. That's the crazy part. You pick the one fruit. I don't know. Or is tomato
fruit,
right? Okay.
Fruit.
You pick the one fruit that doesn't go in there. Pineapple goes great. Strawberries, blueberries, bananas. Like that stuff goes great in cottage cheese with some honey on top. It's fantastic.
I just want to add a disclaimer. I mean, like, dude, eat whatever you want. It's your body.
Yeah.
No judgment there. It's just like me thinking about it. I'm like, ooh, baby.
That's.
Like, I mean, and again, I was like, I guess can't knock it till I try it. But just thinking about it, it's like, whoo. So like, no
judgment.
No judgment to whoever wants to eat this. But like, it's just like you read it and you're like, your brain is like, what?
That salmon cheesecake just is. That's the one that's sticking with me the most. Like, where am I? Fish in cheesecake. Like, any kind of fish really in cheesecake. I'm just not a big salmon fan on top of it. So
they put a salmon fillet. Watched a coworker put a salmon fillet on top of a piece of cheesecake. And then he said it was like savory and sweet.
That kind of stinks because I love cheesecake. That's one of my favorite desserts.
Cheesecake is so good. I love cheesecake.
Makes you like lose consciousness how good it is.
Yeah. Steak flavored gummy bears.
Well, that could be like jerky. Okay. That one I could see a little bit. That's
Yeah,
like
that
a
one's-
sweet jerky.
Yeah.
You could get away with that.
But it's gummy bears dipped in steak sauce.
Oh.
Like A1.
Oh. I'm not a big A1 fan in general. I'm not a big steak sauce guy, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bacon grease sandwiches, which is solidified bacon grease smeared between two pieces of bread.
Ugh, heavy. I just,
Yeah.
just the bread.
Yeah.
Eating a bread.
Dude, could not do it.
Of like not flavor. I feel like it's not like good flavor.
No, it's
like,
just fat.
yeah.
Just eating fat.
Like scoops of tallow.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Oh. Peanut butter and onion biscuits.
Oh, the onion.
Queso jello.
What's that?
I don't know, dude.
What
That's
was
just
that noise?
That was just what came out. It was like, boom. Queso. I cannot.
What, is it just Jello mixed with queso? Is that all it is?
Ooh.
Or is it like Jello mix in like, the powder?
Well, I think my original thought was like if you made Jello queso flavored, which would be like, whoo. But this is like green Jello dipped in queso.
It's still not as bad as the salmon. It's just something with the fish.
Butter and sugar sandwich.
Oh. That's not bad. It just seems
compared to all the other ones.
It just seems like it would just be very what's the word I'm looking for here? Like rich.
Yeah, it'd be
like,
super rich.
You know what I mean? Where it's wow, like one bite of that, you're like, wow, just butter and sugar, dude.
Chocolate chip chili. Ugh. That can't be that bad. He put like chocolate chip cookie crumbles on top of his chili. That's kind of like cornbread.
I don't know, man. Just put oyster crackers. I love chili, though. I love good chili, but...
So, yeah, that's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Well, let's not get into all of them.
Yeah.
But that was... Okay. All right. Yeah, I'd go with the mustard one.
Please tell us which one you think is the worst and which one you would eat if your life depended on it.
Yeah, or if you've heard a worse combination.
Yeah,
Let us know that. Like, what's the worst combination you've heard? Because I'm sure there's some doozies out there. You think of all the food.
But try to make it like, well, give us one. Like, so if it's a worst food combination and it's something you just made up, make sure to let us know. Or if it's something that you actually know somebody eats, make that distinction for us. Because I want to know like the difference. Because like there's some that people actually, like these are actually things that people eat versus like, also tell us what you think the worst food combo could possibly be.
Yeah,
I would love to hear what you guys have to say. All right. We're going to move on to our next chunk.
Chunk 3.
Tournament
of the Olympians. My favorite.
This is Mikey's favorite.
I love this section.
Tournament of the Olympians is where we play a game. And most of the time, 50% is passing because it's our show and that's what we like to do. All right. For the game today, you ready?
I'm ready.
The game is called More or Less.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
How it works is I will state a certain number of things, and Mike has to tell me if the actual number of that thing is more or less than that number.
Okay.
Okay. There'll be 12 things, and you need to get 6 right.
I love it. That's simple math right there.
50%. Assume that all the facts are up to date unless I specifically say otherwise. So, like, if I say a number, it's like 2024.
Got it.
As of 2024, unless I say otherwise.
Cool.
Okay. Number 1. The total number of discovered dinosaur species to date is more or less than 1,000.
More.
It is less than
What?
1,000.
I guess there's only like 10.
10?
Yeah, because like all those movies, dude, I feel like there's only like 10.
Name me 10 dinosaur species. Or name me as many as you can.
I don't know the exact names. I know you got like Velociraptor,
Okay.
T-Rex.
Okay. All the animals. All the T-Rex. Deadpool shout out. Okay.
The one with the long neck.
Bronchiosaurus.
The one that has like a hammer on its head. Not a hammer. It looks like a big shield.
Oh, Triceratops.
Was Velociraptor, is that the one that flies?
You already did Velociraptor.
Is that the one that flies, though?
That's Pterodactyl.
That one.
Okay.
Velociraptor are the ones in Jurassic World, right?
They're the little ones.
Yeah,
they are
mean
vicious.
Ones. Yeah.
Yeah, vicious. Those are like the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, see, like there can't be more than like 10.
There's 700.
That's what I said.
700 dinosaur species.
I know there's more than 10.
Yeah.
But like, wow, that's kind of crazy. I figured that there would be more than 1,000.
That's what I thought too. I was surprised. I really was.
Wow.
Like,
okay, that one was like a trick question.
Yeah. Dude, they're not easy. All of these are not. Dude, it wouldn't be fun if I just like it was obvious.
Yeah.
If they're more or less than 10 dinosaur species, you'd be like, there's more. That's not an entertaining.
I could only
game.
name 5 though.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know there's more than 10. That would be fun, like to have like a paleontologist on the show and be like, all right, let's see how many dinosaur species you can name.
Go.
Yeah. See if you know your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The total number of toothbrushes sold in the world per year is more or less than 4 billion.
When you say sold, does that mean bought from a store or like sold in by a distributor?
Just sold to people.
Individuals.
Yeah.
So like if I go and buy a toothbrush.
That would count.
And then I buy one 3 months later.
That counts again.
That's 2.
That would be 2.
Yeah, I'm going to say more.
Less than 4 billion.
What?
Yeah.
I myself get like 6.
3.5 billion.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm in the hole.
Yeah.
Not a good start.
Over 2. Over 2. Over 2. I don't make these games easy.
No, you don't.
All right. The average person spends more or less than 230 24-hour days on the toilet in their lifetime.
230 24-hour days?
On the toilet in their lifetime.
Oh, in their lifetime. Okay.
What'd you think of, like a year?
Yeah.
That's a bad year.
What's going on, man? You probably go to the doctor.
Gotta get that checked out.
Yeah.
It's like that girl that told me the one time, she asked me, she was like, how many times you poop in a day? I was like, one, weird question, but like two, okay. I was like, I don't know, two? She's like, dude, you got to get that checked out. It's like, what? She's like, yeah, if you're not pooping at least 6 times a day, like you got problems. I was like,
Did you tell me who this was yet?
no, I haven't.
Okay, well, tell me off
Yeah,
air.
I will.
I want to know. Do I know them?
You do.
Okay.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, dude, you got to be going at least 6 times a day. I was like, I think you have the problem. Like,
Yeah,
you're going 6
That's an
times a day.
insane number.
That's so many times to go to the bathroom to go number 2.
Yeah. No.
No way. Okay,
Okay.
so more or less than 230 24-hour days.
I feel like this one's a trick question. I'm going to go more.
It is more.
That's right.
240 days are spent on the toilet in an average person's lifetime. You spend 240 days on the toilet.
Yeah, I guess it's a lifetime. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but think about like if the
That's
average
less than a year.
If the average age is 78, let's just say that. We're doing America. Life expectancy is like 78. So you're what, 26 years old, almost 27. We'll say 27. Dude, you've spent 86 days on the toilet already in your life.
All right, dude, let's get to 90. New milestone.
Lock myself away. Long weekend.
I want to get to it. Take a bunch of Miralax and let's get to work.
How are you spending Labor Day?
Yeah. I'm laboring.
I'm working for this.
You want to be the best? You got to earn it. I'm getting 6 bottles of Miralax, and we're going to have a field day.
And I'm eating some salmon cheesecake.
And we're having a field day.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Next question. So you have one right. 1 for 3. In the U.S. and Canada, the number of donated items to Goodwill is more or less than 200 million.
I'm going to say less.
It is less. 107 million items.
Wow. Good for us.
And I think that's per year.
Okay. That's good. Good for us. 107 million.
Or maybe it's total. I didn't write that part down. I'm sorry. Okay. More or less number 5. The average American reads and completes more or less than 6 books per year.
Less.
Correct. 5 books per year.
I don't even do 6 books a year.
Yeah. You big reader. Okay.
I'm getting back into it.
You are.
I used to do more than 6 books a year. I just kind of fell off.
I don't even know if I complete 6 books a year.
Really?
Well, because I read, like, the way I read is I read like a smorgasbord, like a buffet. So, like, I don't necessarily read books to finish them. I probably read more than 6 per year, I would say. But, like, I'll read a book and then, like, I'll just, like, find something that I like about it and then I'll sit with it for a while and then, like, I'll read a different book. So, like, a lot of books I haven't finished, but I definitely read more than 6 per year. But
I watch movies like that, too.
Yeah.
Watch it until I don't like it anymore and then I just turn it off.
That's how I do it.
There's an ending to the story.
Albert Einstein read like that, okay? So, not saying I'm Einstein. I'm just saying he's an inspiration to me.
I'm just there's more to the story.
Yeah, but the story's not interesting, so why would I want to finish it?
Maybe for the message? Like, I don't know. Oh.
You and I will never agree on that, probably.
No, we won't. I think it's just insane. Like, I can't just not.
All right, y'all decide. Do you finish a movie if you don't like it halfway through, just for the sake of finishing it? Or do you value your time and turn it off?
Wow, that's a real one-sided way to phrase that question.
Give your thing.
Do you? Yeah, okay. I'll say it the way you said it.
Yeah, do it.
From my side.
Yeah.
Do you guys finish a movie all the way through because you commit to things and follow through, or do you just give up because you're lazy and leave?
I didn't say
Pick one.
You took it. You took that cranked up a notch.
Well, I'm dramatic.
I said, okay, fine.
Just phrasing it like that, like such a one side. Or do you value your time? No,
mine was subversive. Yours was overt.
In a legitimate way to say this. I'm saying my side of the thing is like, if you're going to watch a movie because it piqued your interest, I always say just follow through because it might have a message, or it might just be in a down peak, or it might be setting up something for something later. Versus if you just stop the story, whether it is a book or a movie or whatever, I'd say particularly a movie because it's only 2 hours of your time, give or take.
So anyway, rephrase it for the people.
So in all seriousness, no, those were two kind of insane. Mine was a little more insane way to phrase it. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But if you're watching a movie or TV show and you've started it, and then maybe you don't like where it's currently at, do you finish it to finish the story? Maybe there's a message. Maybe it gets better at the end. Maybe there's a twist. Maybe it's a setup point in the plot. Or do you just turn it off and do something else? Or watch something else because you're not interested.
Right. Because also, and so that's my case, it is just saying, like for me, it's like, dude, if I've watched this, if I've several episodes in and they haven't like really made me want to stay and watch it, to me, it's like I just have better things to do. Like I'll go watch something I actually like. Like you have. I'm giving you 3 episodes, like that. I'm giving you a chunk of my time. If you don't get it figured out in that chunk of time, I just think like you're gonna,
I'll give you a TV show. I think there's more understanding there.
Yeah.
A movie, I'm like, there's usually setup, there's plot details, like there's usually some sort of messaging going on. Usually.
Yeah.
I've watched movies all the way through and been like, wow, that got worse as it went on.
That was horrible.
And it did not come back at the end. Like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the time there's points where like it'll either get boring or it's more plot setup, but it's like that's what the whole thing with like Lord of the Rings. When I first watched Lord of the Rings when I was a kid, I was like first hour and a half was like boring.
Right.
Like, and that's why I never watched Lord of the Rings. But then after that hour and a half, I understand now it's setting up the story to then shoot off into oblivion into one of the greatest trilogies that has ever existed.
Was
right.
incredible.
So that's like my point is like sometimes it has that downtrodden effect to then set up for something else.
Right.
That's how I felt about The Chosen. The first like 2 or 3 episodes I wasn't super interested in. I knew it was going on, but like I was like, I'm going to keep watching this out. And then like episode 4 on, I was addicted to it. So it's like, that's my whole point is like, I think sometimes you're just like, oh, well, like it didn't keep my interest, turn it off. But I'm like, it's usually most of the time I feel like it's either a plot setup or at the end, there's some sort of really good message that I think sometimes you can miss if you just turn it off because I'm like, well, I'm not interested at this point.
That is true. You're going to miss something no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you're taking a risk. Sometimes you're going to get that deeper message. Sometimes it's going to suck. For me, I'm like, I know that this book that I'm reading, I enjoy. So I'm just going to go read that because like this is better to me than that. So like I would miss out on my book to watch this movie. Yeah. So in finality, do you watch things all the way through or do you stop watching them midway through?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Tell us we'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it. Okay. Next one. Question number 6. You have 3 right now.
Okay.
The number of dogs that get adopted from shelters each year in the United States is more or less than 3 million.
I'm going to say more.
Is less.
Bummer.
2 million.
No, that's still a good number.
Bonus question. This is not a point, just for fun. Are there more dogs or cats adopted in the U.S. per year?
I'm going to go dogs.
Cats.
Really?
2.1 million cats.
I totally thought it would have been dogs.
Dogs are more maintenance.
That is true. Cats just kind of do their own thing.
Yeah, they're chilling. All right. Number 7. So you are 3 for 6. You're at the 50% mark. Technically, you're passing. You're winning the game.
All right.
Technically, you're winning the game right now.
That'll play.
Pelicans eat more or less than 3 pounds of fish per day.
More.
Correct.
Yeah.
They eat 4 pounds of fish.
I had a feeling they do.
Yeah.
They got the big gullets, right?
Yeah. They got 3 stomachs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
We do know that.
But that's goats.
No. We knew that from our OG podcast. Way back in the day, we talked about pelicans' digestive system.
Sounds like us.
OG in the garage days when we're podcasting in the garage.
That's not even available on YouTube anymore. Those are only available in our archives.
Yeah. Deep in the archives.
Deep in the archives. All right. The total number of athletes that competed in the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris is more or less than 10,000.
More.
Correct. How much do you think it is?
12,000.
10,714.
Wow, you're really getting close with these numbers, aren't you? More or less than...
This is not a hard game. You literally have a 50-50 chance of getting every single one right.
Yeah, man, I would have done so much better if everything in high school was true or false.
Exactly. Maybe. We'll see.
I could just
we'll
answer
see at the end of
all
this
true.
game.
Yeah, and just...
And not pass. You'd get a 50% more often than not.
Do you think it's really half and half? So my odds, if I just answered half true and half false, I'd get 100?
No, your odds of answering every other one true false would be 50%.
Okay. Yeah. I believe that.
I buy it. All right. So you got that one right.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the pelican one right.
Yeah.
So you have 5.
Okay.
McDonald's sells more or less than 10 million pounds of French fries each day throughout the world. 10 million pounds.
Less.
Correct. 9 million pounds. 9 million pounds of French fries.
A year?
No, per day.
9 million.
Of French fries per day.
Wow, dude. They got a system, man.
Dude, they got a system. They got a potato chopping system. That is crazy. All right. The number of colleges in the United States is more or less than 6,000.
I know it's right around 6,000. I'm going to go more.
It is less. 5,999.
There's 5,999 that's of colleges?
Yeah, we got to start our own. Get an even $6,000. The John Michael and Just Michael University.
6K University.
6K University. All right.
That's how much it costs to go here. We'd flood.
BT Dubs, you already won. So congrats.
Right.
But
For funsies.
for funsies. So nice work.
Nice.
Spotify uploads more or less than 50,000 new songs per day.
Less.
More.
More? 50,000 songs a day?
Yeah. How much more? What do you think? What number do you think?
50,100.
No, 60 grand.
Oh, okay.
60,000 songs per day is uploaded onto Spotify. That's nutty.
That's wild.
That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
How many songs?
dude, every day.
A day?
A day.
Yeah, dude. You couldn't listen to all the music in the world ever.
No.
I think in your entire lifetime.
No.
If you just sat there all day, every day, 24 hours a day, day in, day out.
You wouldn't come close. 50,000, 60,000 new songs a day.
Yeah, dude. No.
That's crazy.
How much music there is in the world.
I know. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Music's a part of every culture.
I got to expand my repertoire.
Me
man.
too. I definitely stick with like the same stuff. And
Yeah,
I like have
expand.
vibes in my life. But dude, exploring music is really fun. Just like finding brand new things you've never heard before.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need it.
Yeah.
Big recommendation right there for me and for you and for everyone listening. All right, last one. As of 2015, the number of trees in the world is more or less than 3 trillion.
More.
Correct. 3.07 trillion.
We're doing a good job, Oxygen. We're doing a great job.
Could definitely use some more, but yes.
Good
Yes.
job, trees.
Good job, trees. Proud of you, trees.
All right, I passed.
You did. You got 7.
Success.
Nice job. Very
Thank
good
you.
work. Very good work.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, man.
Do we have enough time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate you so much. Everybody that makes it to the end of the podcast are the true homies. We hope that you guys laughed just like we did and enjoyed and learned something new. If you want to support the podcast, the best way you can do that is
Support your local dollar store.
why that one?
I I just think that
How does that support our podcast?
I just think that you could go in, you could buy something for $1, then you could give it away.
Okay, do that. Go into the dollar store, buy something or multiple things for $1, give it away, right? To whomever. Homeless shelter. Who else could
A friend.
A friend. Give a friend a gift.
Dog.
Yeah, a little toy. Buy a toy for your dog. Something from the dollar store. Nothing too expensive for you. Get in there. Buy something inexpensive and give it away.
And indirectly support the dollar store.
Right. The struggling corporation of the dollar store.
Exactly.
Not. Okay.
Go buy something at Amazon.
Yeah.
Support
a local businesses.
Maybe that's better. Maybe support your local store.
Yeah, support a local business.
And then you can give something away for $1. Go just for $1.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to pick that one.
Yeah.
If you want to give something away, awesome. That's amazing. But also, support a local business. It could be a restaurant. It could be a craft store. It could be anything. Anything, just look up like local businesses near me. Google will tell you all about it. And yeah, support. Those people are working hard. They're working hard at their dream.
Mm-hmm.
So if you support their dream, you therefore support our dream. Support your dream.
Godspeed.
Everybody wins. All right, everybody. There's just one more thing we want to make sure you guys are aware of before we let you go today, and that is that there is more to life than bills. Thank you so much for listening. We love you all.
Peace.
And love. Bye.